Greetings and good vibes, everyone. If you're new here, I'm Shelly, owner of Paternity Pros in East Orange, New Jersey, where I help people find clarity and peace of mind through accurate and confidential DNA testing. People often see my business name and job title on my uniform, and they'll say, "Oh, paternity testing, you must see so much drama in your job." I'm always polite in my response, but between us, not only does that frustrate me, it also shows a lack of understanding about what paternity testing truly is about. It's about answers, it's about peace of mind, it's about giving people clarity when they're in doubt. For some, it's only about documentation, and I know this firsthand because I've taken a paternity test myself. When people hear paternity test, they assume it means someone's cheating or lying, but that's not always the case. Some people test because they genuinely don't know. Others do it for legal reasons, such as birth certificate amendments, child support, benefits, insurance. Some just need peace of mind because wondering for a lifetime is way more stressful than knowing the truth. And then there's the blame game. Some people automatically blame the mother, saying she must have lied. Others put the blame on the father, assuming he's trying to dodge his responsibility. But the honest truth, both men and women have real concerns when it comes to paternity testing. There are many factors at play in these cases, and things are not always as clear-cut as they appear. And every story is going to be different. When it's all said and done, I respect anyone brave enough to step up and say, "Let's get to the truth." Instead of letting doubt eat them alive, instead of letting a child grow up in confusion, they choose clarity. And that takes real courage. I know this because I've been there. I don't just run a paternity testing business, I've lived it. I've been the one waiting for results. I know what that feels like. Now, back when I was fresh out of high school, I got into a relationship that moved fast, like light speed fast. 2 months in, I became pregnant. And when I asked my child's father what his family thought, he told me they suggested a paternity test. At the time, I was offended. I thought, what are they trying to say? Why do they think I'm lying? I was young, I was pregnant, and afraid. And when you're already experiencing morning sickness and your body's changing, emotions all over the place, preparing for this huge life adjustment, the last thing you want is to be questioned about being unfaithful. It felt like an attack on my character. The truth is, I had nothing to hide. If my children's father had pressed the issue, I would have honored their wishes and taken the test. In hindsight, I wish I had done it right then and there. Because looking back, the way I see it, if you're the one in doubt, you should be the one paying for the test. But instead, I let my emotions take over, I brushed it off, and later down the road, I ended up paying for the test myself. With time, I came to understand their point of view. They barely knew my name. Our relationship moved too fast, and honestly, if I had a son in that same position today, I'd also suggest a paternity test. I chose my children's future. My decision to take a paternity test wasn't about proving faithfulness. It was about securing my children's financial future. My first daughter was born in a different state, and her father never signed the birth certificate. With my second child, he was present for her birth, but he still never made it a priority to sign the certificate of parentage. So I decided to get a paternity test to add his name to their birth certificates and have it documented that he is their biological father. This ensures, and God forbid, if something was to happen to their father, my daughters will have their legal rights protected and be able to inherit his benefits without any delay. That's why I often say with paternity testing, we must remove the emotions and focus on doing what's right for the children. That could mean giving them access to their father's last name, legal rights, financial support, medical benefits, or just simply the knowledge of knowing who they truly are. Since working in this business, I've seen it all. I've seen men step up after finding out a child was theirs. I've seen others refuse to accept the truth even when the proof was right in front of them. I've met mothers who genuinely did not know who the father was and just needed answers just as much as the father. I've also seen men falsely accused and forced to prove their innocence. But the one thing I always respect, the people who come in to seek the truth. Because at the end of the day, uncertainty helps no one, not the parents, and definitely not the child. If you came across this video and you're wondering, worrying, unsure about the future, I have an idea how you could be feeling. You're not alone. I've been there. Even when you know the answer for sure, there could still be anxiety, especially if you're an overthinker. The what ifs, the overthinking, the waiting. But I also know the relief of seeing the truth documented. And when it comes to paternity, 99% is as close to proof as it gets. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more real stories, answers, and paternity truths. If you're near East Orange, New Jersey and need a paternity test, we can help you find clarity. Until next time, this has been a true story from Paternity Pros.